All right, thank you for waiting, of course. I just went ahead and um, I just stopped the oven and everything. If you want to know what I'm eating, I'm having chicken leg quarters. I made two, and that's pretty much my dinner. And my fucking lazy eye is being retarded, of course. I could see that being a screen cap at some form somewhere because I'm just a hated motherfucker everywhere I go. So, so I'm not gonna eat right this second. No, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish what I was planning on doing here, and then I'll probably go ahead and eat, and then try to get some sleep because it's late and I just haven't been sleeping well, and I've just been thinking about a lot of things, And when you lay down at night, let's see. No, I'm not gonna eat on fucking camera, dude. I'm not, like I said. If you're looking for another fat man, that guy is not me. Okay, Boogie New 2988, even though he's lost a shit ton of weight, would do it. Do you have AC? What's AC? Air conditioner? If you probably hear it in the background if that's what you mean. Dude, it's fucking like really hot here tonight. Let me see the degrees here. Hold on a second. It is approximately 68 degrees, so it's not exactly scorching hot, but it is warm. So I don't know what you mean by AC, but there's that. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to change the title for this. I'm just gonna call it "Talking with." Yeah, air conditioning. Yes, I have my window unit on. I had to use another uh, call this "Talking with Chat" because it looks like that's what I'm doing here. I was going to do a song, but it seems like everyone else is more interested in talking to me than actually doing a song. Um, and I noticed a lot of the comments I had in my past karaoke videos. They always like request songs that just suck. Like a lot of new shit. Like I said, I'm old school. I'm old. Okay, I'm 36. Okay, so unfortunately, Anthony, people here want my rants and they want me to just do I guess a live vlog. So I guess that's what they're gonna get. I guess. Um, so I'll do one some other time. I just when I do, I'll just have to not look at the chat because a lot of people will be like, do do some Scorpions. I don't know if I had the vocal range for that. I could try. I mean, like I said earlier, I tried to do a video game stream and it fell apart because I was really really drunk and a lot of my inner demons was consuming me from the inside. Like just you know, and I couldn't do it anymore. I hope to I think maybe next time I stream, like a video games and stuff. I will have to be sober because there's just too much going on at the time, and it was really bad. Well, of course it's good to get out your anger and frustrations, but see that's the problem with that is blood pressure gets risen up, and you don't want to have blood pressure get out of control. At least that's my opinion. You want to get your blood pressure out of control to the point where you have a stroke or heart attack. And me being a big guy, unfortunately, I'm prone to that. So it's kind of hard to. I mean, you can get it out, yes, but you still have the repercussions of getting your frustrations and anger out. So yeah, like I said, I'll chill here for a little bit more, and then I'll go ahead and eat my dinner and probably go to sleep because I just haven't been sleeping all these past few nights. I don't know if any of you suffer bipolar, but there are times where I'll sit there, like lay there for hours, and my mind won't shut off. It'll just continuously going. I'll keep thinking about like things of my past and stuff like that, and not bad things necessarily. Some of it's actually really good, But, you know, when you need some sleep, that shit fucks up. Yeah, Flowers fan, yeah, I do eat dinner pretty much very late in the day. Either between 10 at night to 2 in the morning. Not really this late. I don't really eat dinner this late and mostly, but it is what it is. Like I said, you need to move back to Michigan, take a few favorite cats with. Like I said, I don't know if that will happen in the future if things don't improve, but that could be a possibility. You know, I'm like I said, I'm not going to speak too much of the issue. Like I said, there's not too much of an issue. It's okay. It just, you know, I'm just. It's hard to put in words. Like I don't know. Anyways, I don't know how you do it. It would be starving and get miserable. You need to put no. I would never ever put any of my cats down. I refuse to do that. I don't know why you would even think that, dude. What the fuck, dude? Don't, you know, I would never put my cats down. Ever. Yeah, I did say there are too many, because there are. Well, no. Yeah, well, there's 8 of them. I have eight cats, but they're my children, you know? I mean, like I've always told people in the past, cats are my children. The cats I own are my children. Those are my kids. I would never do anything to harm them or upset them in any way. And I would never put them down unless there was something severely wrong with them. Well, if I kept my favorite ones and took them with me, I would leave the rest with the wife, don't you think? If that were ever to be a thing where I would leave. I mean, I would just keep like maybe a handful. But I would never ever put the ones down that I love. Well, Steeler and Blazy, we had to rehome them because Steeler was shitting on everything. And Blaze, well, he was pissing on everything. So, you know, you got to take into an effect. Steeler and Blaze were just, if you want, you know, take it to the limit. Yeah, it's like Steeler and Blaze, like Steeler shit on like the couch and the love seat and everything, while Blaze would just piss on shit. Which one's my favorite? I would have to say Panda. Panda was my first cat I got down here when I moved to Oklahoma. I look at him like a son. I love him and adore him. Yeah, I love Panda. He's great. He's sweet. He loves my attention, and he loves me. So, you know, you got to take those two things to an effect. I would never want to separate him from me because he knows who I am and he recognizes his daddy. So why the hell would I want to give him up? You know what I'm saying? I could never do that. He's my baby. Like Chica was, and she passed away last year in October. And I'll miss her. What was the one cat you showed at the end of your Atari video? Oh shit, I don't remember who that was. I want to. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll have to go look at that real fast. I can tell you who that is. I'm trying to think who that was. Fuck me. I'll have to switch to my other channel. Alright. It'll take me a minute. So just give me a couple minutes. Alright, it's not letting me switch. I want to say maybe Kitten or Riley, or yeah, it had to be Kitten or Riley. I don't necessarily remember off the top of my head, but it could have been Kitten, could have been Riley, or it could have been uh, I don't know. All I know is I like to show off my cats if they're with me. I mean, right now they're all sleeping, so you know they're just off doing their own thing and chilling. They're good cats, though. I love each and every one of them, and wouldn't give them up for anything. Because, like I said, they're just like my children. I look at them like people would look at their cat or their children. They look at them and they're like, oh, they're the most precious thing in the world, and that's how I look at my cats. Same way. You know, they're good babies, and I honestly wouldn't give them up for anything. That's pretty much how I feel, anyways, about that whole fiasco. And I'm a big cat. I've always been a cat fan. I love dogs too. You know, I remember I had a dog when I was 11 or 12 years old. His name was Tippy, and he was a Cocker Spaniel mixed with a poodle. Unfortunately, he contracted lockjaw from eating something outside, and the vet couldn't figure out what it was, but he couldn't really do anything. He tried to give him antibiotics and other things, and he just couldn't get him to. He couldn't get him better, and we had to have him put down. He was my good buddy too. I wouldn't say, you know. Oh, Zorro. That was yeah, Mask. Yeah, that was Mask. He's been rehomed because like I said, that was a kitten. That was BB's kitten. We had to get her fixed shortly after she had that litter. Yeah, that was Zorro. He was yeah. We rehomed him to my neighbor's boss, and he was very happy with that. He loves him and everything, and he's doing well from my last heard. So yeah, BB had four kittens, and they were just all good babies. There's Spike, Rhino, Zorro, and Peanut. Of course, we called her Luna because we either seen as Luna as the goddess of the moon, or Luna as in lunatic, or lunatic. Sorry. Lunatic was Thundercats. Yeah, so yeah, Zorro was my buddy. He liked being in here with me, but we found him a new home, and so he went, and he was happy. Needless to say. I plan to do another video of that on my other channel of stories of of when I got my first game console. Yeah, I got a Thundercat tattoo. It's on my arm, on my right arm, I believe. Or was it my left? No, it's my right arm. Yeah. Because as I was growing up, I really adored Thundercats, and you know, yeah. So for those who haven't seen it, here you go. Nothing special, nothing great. It's just that. When I was growing up, I really loved, Thundercats, and of course I got a Thundercat tattoo because it was something I grew up with and was fond of. Lionel was my first, probably the first, like I said, he wasn't real, but he was like the first person that I looked up to as the adult figure that, I looked up to for, you know, I guess guidance. I don't know. There's really nothing I can really explain in terms of that. But I love, I love Thundercats, but Thundercats Roar. Before y'all ask about opinions about my opinion of that, I just have to put into my mind and perspective that I just don't. I try to feel it doesn't exist. Be an introduction to Thundercats to start with people who haven't watched your opinion. You're right. My family never gave me guidance. So that's why you went to Thundercats. I also went to He-Man. If you ever watched the ending of He-Man episodes, they gave you like little tips and hints about life. Like if you see an abandoned building, don't go into it. I mean, simple, honest to goodness, shit that kids today could use, but they don't use anymore. That's one of the problems. I mean, I understand cartoons are for kids, sure, but teach the kids something. Teach them values and little its and bits and pieces of information that they could use for life. You know? Yeah, you're in my like I said, my family never gave me God. My mom slept all the time, and my dad worked, and he'd come home and he would sleep. So who the fuck did I have? My Atari. Oh, what I think about God, I don't want to get into that. I'm sorry, I don't. Because I believe if there was a being that loved all of us and appreciated us the way that religion makes it out to be, why would he have a special place for us to go to and burn for the rest of our fucking for the rest of eternity? You know, right? Yeah, it pretty much is a fairy tale. Because think about it. The whole basis of the Bible is a fairy tale. It's just like reading a fucking, a fiction book. If you think about it. To teach us a lesson. Oh, yeah, a lesson that damns us for the rest of eternity. Get thrown into a pit where there's hell and fire and brimstone, and that's where we go. I mean, fuck off. That's just, it's. What about Jesus? Okay. First of all, I have to go back to God for a minute. Okay, let me go ahead and go back to God before I get into Jesus. Okay. Here's my problem with the whole religion aspect of things. Okay, with the whole God Jesus. Okay, if God is the Almighty, all powerful, all wonderful, all created everything, and basically just fuck all and made everything the way it is, the way we know it today, right? So that's supposed to be God. Okay, so why do you have a system in place that he had to bring his son to die on a cross? Don't you think God's a sick fuck for doing that? I mean, if you put a system into place to where, yeah, well, like I said in my last vlog, you're right. Why can't he just write it in the sky? Exactly. I exist. Why can't he do that? And there's some bitch on fucking I can't remember if it was Facebook or Twitter was saying he doesn't need to. So you're agnostic. I guess I don't really know what agnostic means. But what I can tell you is, the thing is I have to be showing proof if something exists with these eyes. Even though they don't like to stay straight, especially when I'm drunk. But with these eyes, or with these hands, or with these ears, I have to see, hear, or feel things in order for them to acknowledge their existence. Okay, yeah, he is invisible, but why can't he prove to people he is visible? He's a real being. All right. See, I forgot. Right. Okay. Well, then I am agnostic. Truth. That's truth. Because here's the thing, guys. Think about it. No, not that Belch. That was a beer. No. Think about this. My brother came out with this hypothesis one time, right? And the hypothesis was my brother, he believes the universe created God. Not God created the universe. No, 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 no. He believed that the universe created God. Because why would he have to put a system into place to have somebody that, from his flesh and blood, to die on the earth for us to be saved? If God is the Almighty, all Creator, all the person or entity or being that put all these things into place, why would he have to bring someone of flesh and blood to die on the cross if he is the Creator of all things and controls everything? Maybe he's just a sick fuck. Has that ever come to mind? Seriously, when Jehovah's Witnesses come to my porch, you know what I do? I grab the garden hose and I spray them fuckers off. Because I don't want to hear what they have to say. I heard everything. I was raised in a Baptist family. And I don't want to hear it anymore. Okay? I don't believe in it. Because if there's someone so loving and caring out there, he wouldn't allow these motherfuckers out there that... God is amazing. In what way is he amazing, dude? In what way? I mean, we just had a motherfucker by the name of Total Biscuit. He passed away at 33 of cancer. Alright. So loving. So amazing. So powerful. So... No, he's not. He's evil in himself. He's evil in his own way. He does things to people and fucks with them in lots of ways. People are like, no, that's Satan. No, not really. I mean, my mother constantly jams this shit down my throat. But it's not just her. I don't like Satan either. But you have to admit, if you look up Satan's criteria of the commandments, right? If you look at Satan's criteria of the commandments, it is more realistic than God's. It really is. Yeah, God is not perfect. You're right. He's not. Because if he was, then people would know he exists, and they would actually follow by his example. But we have to go by what a book says. Okay, how about this, guys? How about I write a book? And I make my own commandments, my own teachings, and whatever the fuck. Would you follow it? Some of you with half a brain wouldn't. Like I said, Satan's commandments are more realistic than God's. You definitely would. Of course you would. But the truth is, no, don't. See, the thing is I was talking to my friends earlier. I warned people that the way I would be a good leader. I mean, I appreciate the flattery, but it's not true. I mean, like my wife has always said, I have the charisma to make my own cult, but I don't know if I could do that because I don't want to give people false hope. I don't want to give them, a false sense of security either. If I had the ability, I would give my people the love and adoration and calmness in their hearts so they wouldn't feel pain anymore. You have these people that are so gullible, they followed a guy when a comet was in our airspace, and he basically said if you kill yourself, you could go on that comet and reach enlightenment and nirvana and harmony. And I bet you those fuckers are seeing nothing but pitch blackness right now. You guys probably know what cult I'm talking about, and I can't even think of the name. Perhaps I could be the next Charles Manson, but I won't. Because that guy was doing the wrong... He was doing the wrong things for the wrong reasons. See, if I ever made a cult, I would want it to be I would want people to be happy, to be fulfilled, to be peace within their hearts. I wouldn't want them to be confused, to be hurt, to be, shunned by the way society treats us nowadays. I wouldn't want that for them. I would want them to be happy. Everyone deserves to be happy, but you can't have that anymore. We're confused. Everyone is confused. You have people that are confused about their gender. You have people confused about their sexuality. You have people confused about things. Because the fucking media and these idiots that are fucking sick in the head are filling these ideologies within people's minds. And that's not the way it should work. It really is not. Let them make their own decisions. Don't force decisions on people. Let them think of what they want to do within their lives and then have them set their own path. Because the beauty of life is setting your own path of what you want to do within life. You can't sit there and just expect people to just succeed. Like we have this is what the system wants you to do. They want you to go to school, graduate, go to college, get a degree in something, and then get a job within that degree, and then make it. Okay, sounds like a straightforward system, but here's the problem. Nowadays, a lot of those a lot of those the fields that they're looking to get work within are either they can't get into. Like I won't mention his name, but I know a guy who has majors in a lot of things, and instead of working within that within that, he has to work at a convenience store. That just goes to show you what kind of world we live in, people. I mean, some people, and they think everyone's just going to learn from a book, take that knowledge into their minds, and apply it to something they want to do with their life. That's not going to work. Some people are hands-on experienced. And in order to get a degree, you have to learn from fucking books. You have to actually have generalized uh, uh, you have to do generalized criterias with the educational system. Meaning, you got to know your basics of math, English, spelling, and such. To me, that shouldn't even be a thing. Because what if you're doing a certain degree in something that doesn't require those things? Like, you don't have to be a spelling fucking uh, martyr of spelling to be a psychiatrist, or even though psychiatrists I think should be banned. Psychiatry should be banned for the at least from the United States, if not worldwide, because all it is it's an advanced form of brainwashing. It really is, because what they do is they try to take the symptoms of what mental illnesses are that are within the world, and they want to turn that around in your head by making you think differently of how the way the world is. And that's what CBT pretty much is right there. Is they want you to take the negativity of your life or life in general and twist it around and within your mind and make it into something that it's not. So you can, be like, oh, I feel better. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm good. Go fuck yourself. CBT is a farce. I've never known anybody in my life who has dealt with CBT for the long haul. There's not one person that I could say. Matter of fact, I knew someone that had CBT, and he killed himself. His name was James. I won't mention his last name, but I knew his brother, and he was devastated. Yeah, he was in CBT counseling. And 2 weeks within the counseling sessions, he murdered himself with a shotgun to his head. He blew his head off with a shotgun, 12 gauge, as a matter of fact. And I had to do everything to comfort his brother, because his brother was devastated. He was crying and having panic attacks and anxiety and just confused on what was wrong. And I told him that, I was younger than he was, so I couldn't actually understand what he was going through, but I had a simple synopsis of what I could tell him. I said, hey, dude, I'm like, I don't necessarily understand what you're feeling, but I understand what you're feeling at the same time. No, that was Steve Schrinzak that killed himself. How did Steve Schrinzak die? He put his head on a railroad rail and had himself decapitated. And the reason why that happened is he lost his job, lost his car, and his girl cheated on him all in the same day, and he couldn't handle it mentally. Yeah. I'm dead fucking serious. Why would I lie? I'm not a lying type. I only tell the truth and nothing but, so help me. Yeah, I learned that all from the friends that were around him that day. Yeah, he put his head, he actually put his neck on the rail, and when the train came, it decapitated him. And he slumped over, and blood was squirting all over the place, and it was, yeah. Wasn't something I hope to never see again in my lifetime, let me tell you that. And no one knew what he was doing at that time. No one knew what he was trying to do. I mean, it just happened so fast, and no one could really stop him or understand what he was doing. All we did was we drank with him and smoked a bunch of weed, and he took a couple pills too. We were hoping he'd just sleep it off, but he just ran outside when the train came, laid himself on the track right there with his neck on the rail, and then clean cut. It fucked me up because I was I was thinking maybe if I was a better friend to him, maybe he wouldn't have done that to himself. Maybe he would still be alive today, but it wouldn't have mattered because I moved. Steve Shrinzak was definitely a man he was definitely somebody that I could relate to. Yeah, I was close to him. Me and him were like brothers, We were like brothers from other mothers, and because he understood depression, he understood bipolar, he understood, mental illness because he suffered it too. He went through the system. I mean, like me. I mean, I tried to commit suicide 4 times, well, 5 times now, but because I tried once when I was down here, but that's a long story. He understood it though. He understood how it felt to just feel like there was nothing left for you in this world. So, but instead of just trying it, he actually succeeded in doing what he wanted to do. He wanted to make sure it would do it. And the thing is I read his journal after he died, and in this journal he said, I put my head on the rail, I put my neck on the railroad track to hopefully end my suffering and pain, but the next time the train won't miss. And he was right. It killed him. He killed himself. He got his way. He set himself free. So, bless his heart and bless his soul. I wish I could have helped him. Well, I don't know if I should go on about my suicide attempts because I know people are going to go over to the world of the internet to make fun of me or explain things and say, dude, this guy's fucked up, Because I'm not all over the internet, but there are some certain corners of the internet that people know me from. And they want to keep my legacy, I guess you want to call it, alive for whatever reason. Okay, well, the last time in Oklahoma, fine. I'll at least explain that. I tried connecting my. I have sleep apnea. I stop breathing in my sleep. And the last time I tried to kill myself, I attached the CPAP mask to the exhaust of the car, and I went to start the car, and my wife caught me at it, and I was almost on the verge of passing out when she turned the car off and she kicked the mask off me. She's like, "What are you doing?" And I was in a state of confusion because the carbon monoxide was almost taking effect, and she kind of just knew right then and there what I was trying to do, and she took me to the crisis center, and I had to go in the mental die home for at least a week. That wasn't fun. In fact, that was the worst thing that could happen. In fact, they gave me, let's say, the first night I was there, I couldn't sleep because I have sleep problems as it was. And they gave me some very potent drugs, and some of you may have heard of it. It was an antidepressant they used in the early days of mental health. Actually, no. Some of the people at the crisis center were actually very cool, and I related to them just fine. They were all in the same boat I was. They weren't in there for homicidal tendencies. No, they were all there for suicide. They all wanted to die. They were done with this shit. But anyways, the drug they put me on was Thorazine. Now, it wasn't injected. It was in pill form. And I'll tell you what, if you ever wanted to go into a coma, take Thorazine. That shit's no joke. But it's also really bad for you, too. It has its bad side effects. But yeah, I took Thorazine, and it was something I hope I never have to take again. That was pretty awful. And they put me on Effexor XR, and then they gave me some paperwork to go seek external help for after that. So I went to this place called North Care, and I was there for maybe like 6 months. What pills am I currently taking? Well, I'm not taking anything for antidepressants because I refuse to take SSRIs. And the reason why I refuse to take SSRIs is because I don't like the side effects they give me. No. In fact, I'm waiting for next month's vote because Oklahoma is planning on passing a law for medical marijuana. And since I suffer from PTSD, anxiety, and panic disorder, and bipolar disorder, I think I will qualify. And if I do, I'd like to take medical marijuana. Now, the only thing I take is Xanax, which is alprazolam, I think it is. And that's what I take when it comes to uh, panic and anxiety. No, I have not tried olanzapine, or trust me, I don't know what the fuck that is. No, I take Xanax when I'm having a really really bad day. I take it's Lazopram or something. I don't remember the name of fucking thing. Clonazepam, is that Valium? No, I don't know. It's one of those. I know it's one of those PAM. You know, there's also Ativan, which is can't remember that. They had me on Ativan at first, but it wasn't strong enough. Oh, thank you, sir. Yeah, I'm just having discussions with people in the chat, so if you enjoy that sort of thing, feel free. I'm not going to be here for too much longer, maybe about 10 more minutes, and I'm going to call it a night because I'm getting tired and but I just thought I'd give a chance to people to talk to me. Like, because I know a lot of my videos are just videos, and this is the first time I'm live, so yeah, Klonopin. Yeah, I'm familiar with Klonopin. Yeah, my wife took that. You know what happened with her? She got in a car wreck because she fell asleep behind the wheel. Luckily, she didn't die or kill anybody, but she pretty much went off the road, and yeah, that was pretty bad. She fucked up her car. I wasn't married to her at the time, but yeah. Klonopin is strong. I actually talked to my doctor about, yeah, I talked to him about getting me taken off the Xanax and putting me on. Yes, John Bradley, I have a wife. I've been married for 7 years. I mean, everyone just looks at me. Oh, shut the fuck up, Chessfish. That was Diana. She couldn't go past the head, but that's besides the point. No, that different woman entirely. No, I've been trying to get I'm trying to get off the Xanax and get on something a little stronger so I can sleep. I've tried taking Ambien and I saw dragons. Like, literally, I went to the bathroom to piss and I came back to go to try to get some sleep, and I shit you not, I saw this green dragon just with his wings out and claws, and I slapped my face a couple times and I opened my eyes and it was gone. But then after that initial fear left me, I was able to fall asleep. No, that wasn't Michelle. That was Diana that I had that problem with. She's married to an old. Diana married a whole. After her and I broke up, she married one of my high school chums. But she's already thinking about cheating on him, so that tells you what kind of woman she is. Yeah, I couldn't sleep from Ambien. I mean, I did and I didn't. It was kind of like a mix between two. Sometimes it would work, and other times it won't. But I'll tell you, a woman that can't go past the head. No, the thing is, guys, if you want a woman, there's two things she has to do, right? She has to go past the head and take it in the ass, okay? Because if you want to be with a woman that is going to make you just entirely happy in the realm of sex, she has to do those things. That's just it. Yeah, it's funny, sure, but it's the truth. Otherwise, you're going to get bored. Trust me, vanilla sex gets boring. It really does. But if she's willing to help you flip the switches and do something wonderful. What was the second one? take it in the ass. If she lets it put it in the pooper, she's a keeper. That was something we said in high school. That was one of the prime things we said in high school to each other. We said if she takes it in the pooper, she's a keeper. It's funny, but it's the truth. Because I'm telling you, sex, the same old vanilla sex, just gets old. It really does. It does. Did I say this was a black thing? What, anal sex? Yeah, I did say that. Because most African American males love anal sex. It's the truth. They do. And most African American women enjoy anal sex. Matter of fact, there's one I haven't met that didn't want anal sex. So, I don't know. If you really need to know that, watch that video. It just makes me sick to my stomach. Okay, I mean that you may consider me racist or a bigot for that. I just don't like interracial couples because I just doesn't think it. I'm sorry, black and whites don't mix well when they make children, especially. They don't look right. They don't look natural. Well, there, I just explained it to you. When they make children, they don't look natural, right? And most of the time, the African American male always beats their women, for the most part. And the ones that don't, I'm glad they're happy, honestly. You know, everyone looks at me as some kind of hateful, spiteful creature that just hates everybody and everything. That's not true. If they're happy and he actually treats her right and vice versa, I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them. I want them to be happy. That's all I ask for anybody, even if I hate you. I want you to be happy. Because we only have this one life. And I doubt there's an afterlife. But you're right. And I mean that. They shouldn't breed. You're right. It's like those incestual couples that you hear about in Arkansas that fuck each other's cousins and shit. They shouldn't breed either. They can fuck until the cows come home. Just don't breed. Take some I don't know, some like fucking birth control or use something. You know, it is fucked up. I agree. You shouldn't be fucking your own bloodline. That's just it doesn't work. I get it. Sex is a biological function. You can get it from your own family, whatever. But it shouldn't happen because that's not how genetics work. All right. The main purpose of mating with a female is to obviously to have reproduction. I'm never having kids. Okay. Because one, I wouldn't want a kid to have my mental disabilities or my wife's. Two, we're overpopulated as it is. And three, fuck children. I don't like them anyway. They can go fuck off the cliff somewhere. Call me a racist, bigot, doesn't matter. That's how I feel. I don't like children but it's not always the children's fault. I get that. It's the parents' fault because they don't look after their children and they don't do anything to make them behave. Like I go to, sometimes I go to Walmart with my, I go with my wife to Walmart to get things for our cats or some groceries for ourselves. And you see these, especially, I mean, I hate to say this, but Mexicans. They let their children run around like chickens with their heads cut off, and they knock shit over. They jump on shelves, and they fuck shit up. It's like, dude, you're a parent. Why don't you tell your kids to knock that shit off? Spank them. Spank them. Give your kids some goddamn fucking discipline. That's the problem with today's children, everybody, is no one disciplines their kids anymore. You think sitting them in the corner is going to make them fucking not misbehave? They're going to fucking sit there and think about what shit they can do more to piss you off. They're going to think of doing more shit that's going to fucking just ruin your world. They're going to think of shit that's just going to make things more awkward and more frustrating for you or other people that are around. They like the attention. They get off on it. So you know what you do? You fucking take a sock, put it in their mouth, put duct tape over their mouth, and tie them to a chair. That's what I would do. And make them sit there for like maybe an hour. I wouldn't feed them dinner that night. They'd have to go to bed hungry. You know why? Because this motherfucker don't play around. And that's what some of you people should do with your kids. Yeah, the only thing that sucks about that is DPS will be called on your ass. Or CPS. I'm sorry, CPS. Child Protection Services. For those who don't know what CPS is. They will call, you'll get them called on, and, well, let's just say it won't look good on you. I mean, I'll be honest. I was a bad kid growing up, dude. I told my fucking teacher to go fuck herself, and I told her to get out on her knees and suck my dick, because I would have liked that, honestly. She was hot. My 7th grade. No, not 7th grade. That's too low. No, what grade was I in? I was a freshman. I wanted her. I mean, she pissed me off. She's like, Scott, you need to go to timeout. Get in the corner now. And I'll be like, why don't you get on your knees and suck my dick? Took me to the office and had me called my mom and told her basically what I said. And then my mom's like, you don't need to be talking like that. I'm like, well, you know what? Fuck her. Fuck you. I'm going to speak my mind. If you don't like it, that's your problem. And I hung up the phone on her. And then I got home and she read me the riot act, and I just sat there and rolled my eyes. I didn't care. I was a bad kid. I really was. But I didn't care anymore. You know, I got to a point where I just did not care. You know. And it took one trip to the mental hospital to do that to me. Because the thing is, people, we have all these things put into place out in the world that just want to control us, to tell us what to do, how to do it, and how to go about it. We're not given free reign anymore with our thought process. No. We're told how to feel, how to think, how to be, how to go about things. Well, what do you want me to call you? Fuck faces? Shitheads? I call you guys folks because I feel that's a respectful tone of voice. But no. They want to control you. They want you to be a way they want you to be. But the thing is, everybody, you got to be who you want to be. You don't have to agree with them out there. Agree with you. Be who you are in here and in here. Their opinion doesn't matter. Fine, I'll call people. Okay, folks. Be who you are in here and in here. Don't let people out there tell you who you need to be here and here. Because it's just not going to work. And it's not fair to you, and it's not fair to everybody, to the rest of you. Because what if your heart and mind, I went backwards there for a second. What if that does not agree with what they're telling you to be? What if this doesn't agree with that? What if this doesn't agree with that? You're going to end up being miserable, especially later in life. Okay, yeah, if you agree with their ideology a little bit, your life will be easier. But if you agree with their ideology, you're a fool because you're agreeing with someone else's fucked up way of thinking. You can't be that way. I'm sorry. I disagree with you, sir. Yeah, my ex-friend, oh shit, what was his name? Kurt. My ex-friend Kurt said that. He's like, if you just agree with them a little bit, your life will be easier. And that's when I stopped talking to him. I said, right on. I said, okay, that's fine. And I said, well, I got shit I gotta do. Gotta go. And I haven't talked to him since because I don't agree with that ideology. And I refuse to agree with it. I agree what this thing tells me, and this tells me. I don't agree with the words of other people's mouths. If they're happy with that, fine. Let them be happy with that. But I'm not going to agree with it. I'm not going to live by their example. It works for them, great, wonderful. If it brings them happiness, it brings them joy, it brings them enlightenment in their life, let them live that way. Fine. But you know what the beauty of life is? You don't have to follow. No, you don't have to be sheep. You don't follow the herd. You go your own damn way and live the way you want to see life, the way you see fit. And you don't have to worry about what they have to say or think or feel, because you are who you are, and you don't have to be like that. Males are superior. Absolutely. I totally agree. They came up with a lot of the ideologies that you see. Who made the cell phone? Who made computers? Who made TV? Who made video games? Majority, male. Sorry, women. I have a very hard time respecting women. I only respect a few, very, very few women in my life. You know, my wife being one. Actually, I think she's the only one I respect nowadays. Yeah, because during my entire life, I've always had to deal with women's bullshit. And in my honest heart of heart, truest of opinions, I can't listen to women anymore without just walking away and just be like, okay, bitch, have your opinion. Fuck off. I got other things to do with my time. I don't have to listen to you and your stupid mindset. You and your fucking estrogen and your goddamn PMSing. I don't need to listen to it. I got better things to do with my time. And if I could bleed from my dick, I would graffiti all over the motherfucking place. I could fucking blood shoot my name on the fucking brick wall. Or I could draw tits using my dick. Wouldn't that be fun? I think it would, to be honest. You know, they bleed from their cooch for a fucking majority of the month, and they're just all like, oh, pay attention to me, pay attention to me. I'm a woman, I got titties and a pussy, you gotta pay attention. Fuck off. And the white knights that fucking stick for them, what the hell is wrong with you guys? Stop. They don't need you to fucking draw your pretend sword and your pretend shield and your fucking fake plate armor and stick up for them. It doesn't work like that. You think just in the back of your mind, you think in your back of your mind that doing that will get you a lady in bed with you. Being that. Yes, I said that Astroglide and Fleshlight means a damn good time, and it does. And I implore all of you to buy one. I'm starting to think you're a troll, Chessfish, but whatever. You know what? I just don't care anymore. But I did say Astroglide and Fleshlight is a good time, because it is. Fleshlights cost between $50 to $60 per sleeve and $20 per case. They have gone up since the time I was given one. Well, Chessfish, I've been told that I had a long-time fan and they used a lot of what I said against me. And you know what? That's fine. Like I said, I'm not deleting this stream. It's going to stay. And if people like it, great. If they hate it, I don't care. I'm not a well-liked person because of my ideologies, in my opinions. Some people respect them, others do not. And that's fine. You're entitled to who you like. Who's against me? Plenty of people. Portal of Evil TV, that group, Fiad from Something Awful. They've been on my ass since the beginning of my YouTube career, if you want to call it that. Oh shit, what is that one? It's Psychophants something. I can't remember. It was a forum that, yeah, Fiad, fuck you and die. From I know I called it Fiad because I was stupid and didn't know how to fucking pronounce it back in the day. But yeah, it's Fiad. It's fuck you and die. They're a troll group that goes after certain people on YouTube or Tumblr or Twitter, and they just troll the shit out of them until they get a response. I made the foolish mistake of responding to them, and it got me into a lot deeper trouble. Like, for instance, some of the members from FIAD, they claimed that it wasn't any of them, but some of them went to my work and attacked me, throwing rocks at me and my legs, and they recorded it on video or at least took screenshots. I don't know if that video exists anywhere. I've been unable to find it, but I did file a police report. Both cities, in East Point, in Michigan, and Warren, Michigan. No, this okay. Viceroy. I'm sorry that you said you're confused. Okay, a fleshlight is, like I said, it's a tube that has a It's not lost forever. Other people of FIAD have re-uploaded that on YouTube, so just look at. I think it's called. They call it fleshlights and fat folds. I think that's the name of the video. They renamed it that because I'm obese after all. But I want to go ahead and give Viceroy a proper thing of what I was trying to say. Okay, a fleshlight it's a case that looks like a flashlight. Okay, let me just type it in. Hold on, let me type it in. Right. Okay, so I typed it in that chest fish was looking for. So that was the one. That was also the video that got me on Tosh.0. Okay, a fleshlight basically there's a case, and within the case there's an orifice. It's either an anus anus, vagina, or mouth. Okay. The sleeve costs money, so does the case. The case is like $20 to hold the tube of the orifice, because what it is in the bottom there's a oh shit. In the bottom there's like a suction, kind of like a suction adjuster where you can make it tight as a virgin's pussy or loose as a horse pussy. The women that are like blown out and they have like fucking Arby's sandwiches, meatloaf curtains. Yeah, so there's that. And it allows you to adjust that, and then the top is a case, so it looks like a flashlight, but it's a fleshlight. And you're welcome, Chessfish. Yeah, they've gone. There are a lot of. There's a part one you referred to. I don't. There's a part one. I don't. I don't remember. Like I said, right now I'm just fading a little bit because I'm tired, so I don't remember. I apologize, but if you, like I said, if you just type in my name, Demonius X, on the search engine of YouTube, you should find a whole lot of stuff that I've done. This was in 2009. Okay, well, then look under my the Demonius X channel, and you may find it. Or, like I said, go on the search bar and just type in Demonius X, and you should find a lot of stuff. But like I said, honestly, guys, if you have a hard time and I stick by this, and I will until the end of time. If you have a hard time getting laid, or just want to feel what having sex feels like when you stick it in the orifice and have fun with it, I honestly think. Okay, yeah, I think Anthony's right about that. I think that's the thing to do. But yeah, if you have the money, get a fleshlight and get Astroglide, because Astroglide it's nice because when you're doing your business with the fleshlight, in like the lube starts to dry up a little bit, all you gotta do is like take a spray bottle filled with water and just spray it down there, and it just automatically, it's like if you put on a whole other a new glop of lube, and you get the friction you want. It's really good. It works well. Just think about it. No headaches, no being denied. You can just go ahead and whip it out, put on some lesbian porn, and have fun. Well, not have fun, but get off more likely. Get that dopamine and endorphins flowing, man, because it will do that. It's beautiful. Yeah, and this may seem like just a big joke of what I'm speaking to you guys. It's not. I'm speaking to you from the heart, and I honestly want you guys to take this into consideration, or thank you for listening to me. I mean, like I said, I'm not a bad guy. A lot of people just make me out to be this horrible person. Yeah, I'm different from what everyone else out there thinks, but that's what I want to be. I want to be different. I don't want to be the same motherfucker that some of these people out there are. I want to be me. I don't want to be them. Do you want to be them? Honestly, I mean, can you say with a straight face into me right now on the chat or anywhere? If we were talking face to face, do you want to be those people out there? Do you really? And why? I really want to know why you want to be like those people. Does it make your life easier? Do you agree with them? Do you agree with how people feel about certain aspects of the world today? I mean, do you really agree with these people that are trying to take gun rights away? Do you agree with these people that want to try to legalize pedophilia? Do you want to agree with these people who are trying to legalize incest? Are you seriously with them? Then you're on the wrong channel, guys. This motherfucker don't like any of that shit. Pedophilia is fucking disgusting. And those who think that it should be accepted socially and in any way, publicly, or whatever the fuck, they need to be burned at the stake. Because that's sick. Children are, I don't like children. Yes, I don't. You're right. I said that earlier in my stream. But at the same time, bestiality is sick too, dude. I don't agree with bestiality either. Animals are like children in regard. They're innocent. Don't take that away from them. I mean, yes, I've heard horses are actually. I don't know from experience. Okay, I don't. This is going to sound gross, but there are some people that I have seen on forums that actually said that mares they're willing to give their owner a time of day, if you know what I mean. But I don't know how true that is, nor do I care, because animal sexuality with an animal, something that can't give consent, in my opinion, is considered rape. Yeah. I mean, look at the guy, Mr. Hands. He got himself fucked in the ass by that stallion, and it ruptured his colon, and he died. Our sexual organs are not meant to coincide with animals. The animals' penises and vaginas are for said animals' penis and vaginas, not human beings. And those people are fucked up. I don't agree with pedophilia. I don't believe in bestiality. I don't believe in incest. I don't believe in any of those. I mean, the one I have the biggest disdain for, honestly, those other two are gross, don't get me wrong. But the one I have the biggest problem with is pedophilia. Because it's rising in interest. There's these women who are fucking sick. They actually, I can't remember the video from the top of my head. Some of you probably don't either. But she actually filmed her children swimming in a pool, in a swimming pool, nude. And the comments were just, they made me sick to my stomach. They're like, ooh, look at that ass. I would love to put my face in that. It's like, dude, I didn't write on the comment section I wanted to, but I did because I was just disgusted that a female woman would actually use a video such as that. They had to have been at least between the ages of 6 and 10, dude. No joke. And they were swimming in the pool nude with no clothes on, and the fucking comment section was just crawling with pedophilia males. It was disgusting. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you post this on YouTube? Alright, Vice Ray, you have yourself a good night and take good care of yourself, and thanks for listening in. Appreciate it. Yeah, no, like I said, to me, okay, 16 and above is fine. Some may think 16 is still too young, but I think 16 is fine. You're right, Anthony. It could have been trolls. But it doesn't matter, dude. I mean, I'm not really mad at them necessarily. I'm mad at the woman that thought it was perfectly acceptable for her to post videos. My wife is not 50. She's in her 40s, dude. 50? Where'd you get 50 from? Jesus Christ. I'm 36. You know, I mean, yeah, I like cougars. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love cougars, man. Some of them know how to work that dick. All right, but no, my wife she's in her 40s. She's not 50. 50? The fuck off. She's 42. I'm 36. We're 6 years apart. And yes, I like mature women. I always have. Maybe there's a connection between Cougar and Thundercats. Well, you know, if you want to know, I did used to fap Cheetara. I'm not gonna lie. Hell, there's some Rule 34 Cheetara that is just yummy. It's like, you know, all the like anime characters I had crushes on as a kid. It's like I wish I could smash now. I was 17 years old when I lost my virginity. I lost my virginity in 1999 because I made it my personal goal, a personal mission, to lose my virginity before the turn of the millennia. And I did it. So, props to me, I get. At 17? Nah, that's not. No, that's. Well, it's young, yeah, okay. I see where you're getting at. That was after that. I didn't have sex for 7 years after I lost my virginity. Correct. Women don't find me attractive at all. My wife claims to find me attractive, but sometimes I wonder if she's telling the truth or not. I'm an ugly motherfucker. Men are ugly in general. There is not any man in the world that's attractive. Yeah, women are insane. I ain't gonna disagree there whatsoever. But there's the golden rule, if you guys haven't heard it yet, that I think that I have to tell you. Never stick your dick in crazy, because if you do, she'll be all up in your shit. She will slash your tires. She will go to your work and try to get you fired if you have a job. She will fuck your relationships up with your family members or friends. So, take my advice to heart. Never stick your dick in crazy. It just will not work. Well, money is mostly what they want. I agree. They want more than just that, though. But the thing about women is, sometimes they don't just want money. They want your soul, right? They want to steal everything about you. And they want to make sure they have a clamp on that and destroy you from within. They're like succubuses, kind of, except without the sex, depending on who you're with, of course. Money, six-pack breath. Yeah, that's about right, Chessfish. That's about right. Like, there's this bitch on fucking Reddit that left her man because she didn't agree with his life goals. Well, then fuck you, cunt. Go fucking packing it. I mean, like I said, we're given this one life, and you gotta do what you want with it. And if you refuse to do what you want with it, or if you don't do anything you want with it, then it's gonna be this wasted time. You gotta do what you want with life, because you're given this one fucking chance to just enjoy what is out there in the world. And if you don't take it, and you don't have the ability to grab it, then you need to, try. You know what I mean? And women kind of disallow that, especially if they don't enjoy what you do. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I actually agree with Elliot Rodger with what he had to say, with a lot of what he said. Actually, I don't agree with what he necessarily did, but I do agree with his ideology. Like I said, I mean, many of you watching right now are probably damn good people, good men. You know, I doubt women watch my shit because they hate me, and I'm glad. I don't want women to like me, except if they understand what I'm coming from. Then I can understand. I can, click with that. But I doubt, in my heart of hearts, that no women are watching this right now. And if they are, hey, traps watch me. Well, well, you know what? I'll tell you what. If they enjoy it, fine. You know, I mean, I really have no retort for that whatsoever. But yeah, I really do. I really did like Elliot Rodger. I agreed with him a lot with a lot he said, and it's a shame that he had to, flip out and kill people. I mean, he didn't even get a high score. If you're gonna do that shit, make sure you take a lot of fuckers out with you. That's my point. If you're gonna do something that drastic, don't just kill like 4 people and call it a day. Fuck off. Make sure you take out a lot of people if you're gonna go out in style. I mean, that's my opinion. He failed at failing. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. There's no doubt about that in my mind. I mean, if you're, like I said, if you're gonna go out in a blaze of glory, take out as many motherfuckers as you can. Then you'll be remembered for getting a high score. The statistic is grotesque as that sounds. There you go. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gay or nothing. I don't, like I said, men are attractive, but I can see Elliot Rodger getting himself a hot chick. He was very misunderstood. Like, incels are crazy, but I can get where they're going at because I was there in high school. I was there in that mindset. I mean, I didn't, not the mindset of, okay, I'm going to go grab an MSG and go fucking open up with a blaze of glory. No, I wasn't like that at all. But I fought and thought like he did. I just thought, I'm ugly. No woman's ever going to appreciate or love and care about me. No one's ever going to take me to the bedroom with me. I'm ugly and fat and worthless, so I must just accept facts and live life the best I can with those ailments. But I was wrong. I finally met somebody that changed my world for the better, for the most part. I mean, there's some things I would like to change, but, can't always change things the way they are, But I do feel, I mean, like I was saying before, I mean, like I see according to YouTube, yeah, for the most part, not, I'm not going to say what's missing. That's a little too personal. That's a little too personal. Uh, I will not go into too much detail with that. I am sorry. But like I said, I see 9 people watching. And like I said, I'm pretty sure some of you guys are, you're probably not bad looking, and those that are single or don't have anybody, it's not, please don't blame yourselves. No, I'm not going to do that, chest fish. Sorry, that's too personal of information. I'm not going to give you everything, my life story, and everything that's wrong within my life, or everything that's great within my life. It just is what it is, and I'm just going to leave it at that, because the internet doesn't have to know everything about me. They have enough of that already. So, you know. But I will say, all I'm going to say is that all marriages are not without their faults. Some of them have things within them that don't make them perfect. No marriage is perfect. I don't care what anyone says. Some motherfucker could pop up on the screen right now and say, oh, my marriage is perfect. I'll tell them to go fuck themselves because they're not telling the truth. All marriages have problems. And it's up to the partners that are involved to fix whatever problems they are. And, sure enough, my wife and I are trying to fix our problems. There's not many there. I can tell you that. They're very minuscule. So, everything's good for them. Everything is great. Well, not good, but, well, they're not good. They're great. There we go. I mean, I'm pretty, I'm happy with her, but I'm not happy in Oklahoma. That I can tell you. I do not like this state at all. This state sucks. I was afraid of moving here because I was just afraid that, something something would go about or something would happen that would just make me hate the decision I made to move here. And sure enough, I hate this state. The state is filled with meth-headed fuckfaces that I would like to smash with my fist. Uh, yeah, I'm not a fan of Oklahoma. I hate it here. This is like one of the worst states I think anyone could ever live in. I mean, and if any of you watching are from Oklahoma and you love the state, fine, great. You want a cookie, I can bake you some. It's going to be hot enough outside where I can fucking bake you them my goddamn self. I can just grab a cookie sheet, put it outside, and slap some cookies on there, and there you go. But no. No marriage is without its faults. And like I said, there's 9 people watching. I'm pretty sure most of you aren't bad-looking people. If you... And the thing is, like I was trying to say, is it's not your fault if you can't find anybody. It's the ideology of feminism. It's taken over, women's minds and women's thoughts and feelings on certain aspects. And, they don't give good people like you a chance. Because they just think how they feel and think about things. They're better than you. There's nothing they can come up with an objective opinion that makes why their stance of life is so much better than yours. Excuse me. Got hiccups like a motherfucker. So I guess what I'm trying to say is if you live your life to what you feel to be its fullest, and you enjoy that in what you are living, don't change it. Excuse me. I got hiccups now. Thanks. I'm out of water. Lovely. If you're happy the way you are now, you don't need a woman to be happier. If you're happy the way you are right now, you don't need anybody. If you feel that part of you that's missing, and you want to go look for somebody, you are well within your right. But I can tell you right now, the way that women are so easily gullible by social types out there, you're going to have a hard time finding a suitable partner in which you want for your life. There are so little good women out there right now. So if you find one, take it. And if she stays with you, keep it. Because you can think you can do better without her. But I can guarantee you right now you won't. Not with the way life is going right now with, social classes and things. Life is too short, guys. You're 21 day, and you're like 50 the next. Don't waste it being unhappy. Waste it being happy. Do you know the way? No, because I don't know the way of that dead meme. Thank you, Anthony. Anthony just pushed that. The way is probably the dumbest meme out there to this day. It's crap, it's dumb, and it is not even funny. It's dull. You know what's funnier? Alu Akbar and having something blow up in the background. That's funny. The way is fucking retarded. You're welcome. I'm glad you came in here and explained yourself a little bit. You're entitled to your memes, dude, but memes are kind of getting a little on the old side, especially the older you get. Don't get me wrong, there's some funny memes out there, but it's kind of like Rage comics. Those kind of gotten old too. You notice that? No one looks at Rage comics anymore because they're dull. I hope memes kind of go the way of Rage comics. Because you know what was before memes? What do I think about the Forever Alone community? Like, what do you mean, what do I think? Like, what's my opinion of them? I feel them. I mean, if that's what you want to know, I can relate to them. I've been there before. I've been there for the majority of my teens and the majority of my 20s. They have every right to feel the way they do, and they also have the right to express themselves in a way they feel comfortable. You know, I actually feel for them because what were before memes? YouTube poops. Those were before memes, fellas. YouTube poops. Those were way before memes ever even struck the scene. You know, there's actually a song for the Forever Alone. It's by Earshot. The song's called Wait. And it's pretty much a song for those who are forever alone. I can't wait for someone to touch me. I can't wait for someone to feel me. I can't wait forever to be told I am forever alone. I do remember those, yeah. I wish Newgrounds were as big as they were. They had a little dent in the world when they started to focus on video games. When they made Castle Crashers, Alien Hominid. Those were some pretty decent games. Castle Crashers especially. That was a fun beat 'em up. And then they just fizzled out. I think if they went back to that, it would put it back on the map, don't you think? What retro fan doesn't like Golden Axe? I enjoy Golden Axe. I liked all three of the games in the Genesis trilogy. In fact, I plan to do playthroughs on my Let's Play channel eventually. This week I'm going to work on Guardian Legend for the NES. It's one of my favorite games. Well, it's not one of my all-time favorites, but it is a favorite. Like it's one of the game I could pick up and play and enjoy. Well, there was Golden Axe the Duel for the Sega Saturn, which was based off an arcade game, and it was a fighter, and it sucked major ass. Had very unbalanced combat system, and the characters were garbage. Then you had Golden Axe for, I want to say the PS2. They remade it with 3D graphics. It was terrible. It was from the Sega Ages collection. They actually made an American port of that, and I don't remember the name. And then finally, of course, Golden Axe Beast Rider for the Xbox 360. Yes, what was her name? Tyrus Flair. I can't remember her fucking name. She was pretty hot in that game. Other than that, there was really nothing much to go to it. It wasn't all that great at all. It was pretty dull. But I always mention the Sega Genesis trilogy because those were the games I enjoyed. Of course I did. Gilius Thunderhead was the best character to play as in the Golden Axe games. The first two, anyway. The third one, I liked the Panther. I thought he was, can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he was my favorite character because he was fast, and of course, he kind of reminded me of Panthro the Thundercat. Yeah, take that as you will. Ah, my battery's dead. Oh well. This last drag I'll have for tonight. I gotta throw it on a charger. I'm gonna probably leave here. I'll let this go for an hour and a half, and then I'll go ahead and call it a night because I still got dinner in there. Got it chilling. I might make some a little bit of rice with my chicken and call it a night. Probably watch some things on my tablet and pass out after I eat. How come I'm awake so late? I'm a night owl by nature. I take after my father. When my father fought in Vietnam, they always called him Night Hawk. Because, for one thing, my father is Cherokee Indian. I don't share his complexion. I'm white like my mother. She's German. My father is Cherokee Indian, and they called him Night Hawk because he would always stay up while they slept. And during the day, if there was nothing going on, like combat-esque or something important to do, he would sleep during the day. And I kind of share that same aspect with him. So that's why I'm awake so late. The latest... Yeah, my father is a native. Yes, he is. His parents are Native Americans. and his great grandparents were Native Americans, and of course he's a native through and through. And my mother is German, and so I'm German Indian. So, yeah, that's why I can't. I know I don't. You're right. Yeah, Turok. Yeah, thanks, Anthony. Turok Evolution is actually a very good game. It's a very underrated, underappreciated title. It has long loading times on the console versions. I don't know if that's the same for the PC version, but it definitely has some good gameplay mechanics in it. It's a lot of fun. I quite enjoy Turok Evolution. It's not like the best game ever, obviously, but it's a very fun first-person shooter. And if you guys just want something simple to play, Turok Evolution is definitely the way to go if you like simple first-person shooters. Not like this crappy battle royale crap that we got. Fortnite can suck a cock. I said it. I watched a gameplay video of it because everyone's like, "Oh, it's such a great game." I look at it and I almost fell asleep. Not interested. I'm too old school. I guess I just still like new gameplay styles. I'm classic all the way. Yeah, it's a pain in the dick if you die late in the stage and you got to start all over. But that was the beauty of those games, you know. It taught you to, that if you fail, you make sure your failure was great, so you'll try again. Like you have these kids out there that all of them are taught to be, they're all winners even if they lose. And to me, that's not a right way to go about things. You want to tell them, or you want people to experience failure, especially children, so they know how to process that in their brain. If they can't process that early in life, when they get later in life where they actually do fail, then they don't know how to process that shit, and that's why you got school shootings. School shootings or church shootings or violent people doing violent things because they don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to process it. They've never been taught. See, when I was young, I was taught what failure was like. I taught what failure is. I would lose at a lot of things, but you didn't see me going killing people or doing something stupid. No. I would cry my tears, and I would wipe them, dust myself off, and just, okay, I lost. I'll try again some other time. It's really that simple. No, I have never considered fucking carrying out a school shooting. Are you nuts, dude? I would never do such a thing because I know the outcome. I would fail even if I did consider it. Columbine was definitely a interesting case, but I'm one of those people who didn't blame the shooters for doing what they did because they were looked at as outcasts and losers and everything. They weren't considered, people with needs and everything. They were just considered shit. Yeah, I agree, Anthony. Why would you ask that? I get why you asked that, but I don't understand what's the point. I mean, that's what I mean. Everyone thinks I'm just some kind of psychopath. I'm not. I've just been through a lot of shit in my life, just like some of you people may have. I just have a different way of thinking because I don't believe in society. I don't like society. I never have. Ever since I started YouTube, I don't want to be a part of this shithole. I honestly don't agree with people out there. I agree with what I believe in, and I live by that example. I don't want people to tell me how I should live life and how I should go about things. Will I ever work again? If I can get this fucking mental shit handled properly, if I can finally get myself... No, not a call center. Go fuck yourself. I would kill myself easily. If I was dropped of my benefits today and have to go to work in a call center, I'd kill myself. No question. I would blow my brains out. I'd go bug Sonny across the street. He has a 12 gauge. I couldn't work a call center again. Hell, I wouldn't want any of you people to work a call center. Ever. What job would I prefer? Well, there was a job I had when I first moved down here, and I wish I could have kept it if my wife didn't have emergency surgery on her spine, because her spine was on the verge of collapsing. It was called oh shit, Cameron. Cameron. They made valves, and they all they wanted me to do was assemble and test them, and it was easy work. It was very easy work. Matter of fact, I got paid, I don't know, 15 an hour. It was good money, and it definitely helped, you know, buy things and get things that I was able to, afford, such as clothing and things I needed, razors for my face, and just the usual shit. Um, but I would never work call center again. I would rather kill myself, and I wouldn't want any of you people out there to work call center. Don't. I don't care how desperate you are for a job. Don't work call center. Just if you have any kind of mental stability, you want to save it for something that you can at least try. I worked at Walmart. I was a fucking maintenance man, and that's what made me snap. Because I was the only maintenance person on floor. And they didn't. And I constantly asked management, "Can you please hire me some more help? I can't do this all myself." And she's like, "Oh, we'll hire somebody, and we're looking at applicants. Don't worry, just hang on with us." And then a month later, it's still the same thing. And then I eventually just snapped. And I haven't been the same since. It's just my... Yeah, I had to pick up, literally, some person took a shit in the urinal, and I had to clean it with my hands, and I gagged for at least a few minutes. Hell, I had to fucking get a scorpion out of the light fixture. A live scorpion. I wasn't stung, thank Christ. But I had to take it outside and dispose of it. I had to kill it. And I didn't want to because I respect animals. Or not just animals, but insects too. Yeah, but someone decided to be a dipshit, put a fucking live scorpion in a goddamn light fixture in the male bathroom in the front of the Walmart. I used tweezers so he wouldn't sting me. That was a clusterfuck. I took it outside and I stepped on it. I wore steel-toed shoes, so it couldn't sting through my shoes. Yeah. That was definitely an experience I won't even go back to that Walmart, to be honest with you. I won't even go in there to shop. Because just the sight of that Walmart gives me an anxiety attack. And sometimes I unfortunately drive by there because it's close by. Them Big Lots. Well, there's one Big Lots here, but they, I don't know. Retail, I mean, I could probably work retail at some point again if I do feel well enough to work. I would probably suggest Big Lots because they don't fire you over dumb shit, and they always make sure you have help. But their pay rate's awful and their hours are garbage. So if I can get myself, back on track, do that. Yeah, I always thought, every time I would work at Big Lots, I always had this mindset of, it'd be cool if someone made a mod using the Grand Theft Auto 4 engine at the time. Now it can be the 5 engine because Grand Theft Auto 5 engine is just it's amazing in terms of presentation and graphics. They need to make a retail game where you can either help people or beat the fuck out of them. Just something people who work in retail can, let out their frustrations in the retail space. Because that's the thing that I think is therapeutic. If you create something that is similar to what you're doing in your life in terms of work, like retail, like beating the shit out of somebody or helping out if you want to. I mean, come on. We're all going to do the latter. I mean, you're going to beat the shit out of somebody because it's funny. Then that should be a thing, like a modification of that engine. Like make a retail space of that. that's, just my opinion. All right, well, it's almost 5 a.m., so I'm going to go ahead and cut it, guys. I want to thank everyone for watching. I hope everyone had a good time. Thank you for your questions. I know Chessfish was probably, and Anthony, I thank you guys. I know you had a lot of questions, and I sincerely hope you all had a good time. I meant to just sing, but obviously a lot of people wanted me to go ahead and just express my thoughts, and I'm glad. I'm glad I got the positive feedback. I mean, everyone here was cool, and I hope you all had a good time here tonight. Maybe I could do this again. And obviously, Chessfish is definitely interested in me doing this again. So, let me think in the comments section and everything. And, if you really like this, I can do this again. I mean, if that's what everyone wants. But, so I don't know. I'll think about it. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and eat dinner, watch some things on my tablet, and pass out because I'm tired. I'm starting to fade. So, anyways, I hope you guys have a great night. Take good care of yourselves. Don't let everyone out there tell you how to live. Live the way you want to, because that's what you're entitled to. And the hell with how everyone else thinks about how you feel and how you think about life. It's up to you to decide and what you want to do with those mindsets. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great night. Take care of yourselves. I am Demonius X, and I will talk to you again soon. Have a good one.